Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fan Battle Cast, where we do the matchups that people have pitched to Death Battle normally. This is another one of our bonus casts, where today we want to talk about Sly Cooper versus Riversong. Why do we want to talk about this matchup specifically? For two reasons. One, Sly's matchup spread. We're kind of trying to figure out if Sly has better matchups than just like the one everyone talks about. And also, Riversong is just a super dope character that we wanted to talk about. So this seemed like a great matchup to talk about. Today, I am your host, as per usual. I am Santi Sherm. Joining us, you might know him from Nebula Theater, and debating for Sly today, we have Plimes. Say hi.
Hello. I think you know us all from Nebula Theater, though, except Kai. But yeah, happy to be here representing Sly. I love the series.
A Fan Battle Cast regular, you know him, you love him. We got Kai. Say hi.
Hi. I want Sly Cooper to come back with a new game so bad.
We all do. And who could debate for Doctor Who, if not the lovely Saul?
Hi, Saul here. You might know me from the fact I won't shut the fuck up about this franchise.
It's a great franchise.
I just want to say, if Sly Cooper ever comes back, I always had this great idea. If Sly Cooper ever comes back, it's got to be based on his kids, because it's all about lineage, right? It's all about passing down generation to generation. And it's got to start with him being like, and there I was, trapped in Egypt. And they're going to be like, Dad, did this happen? He's going to be like, no. Completely unwrite the fourth game. Get rid of that shit. That's awful. I cannot believe that game exists. It's so bad.
That actually wouldn't be a terrible way to do it.
Bro, I'm just saying, if it was all a story he's telling his kids, everything makes sense. Anyway,
I think that's how people feel about Dead Rising 4. They want it to be revealed it was just like a movie of Frank the whole time, and the real Frank was like, that was shitty.
That would be fucking hilarious, though.
So if we just want to jump right into our 60-second portion, who wants to rep first?
I forgot.
The 60 seconds is in the video section.
You are first in the title. Sly Cooper is first.
Where is the video section, Sherm? I fucked up.
All right, so if you go to the bottom of the screen, there's a little plus, and in that plus, there's an option for video storage.
Oh, yes. I think everyone's going to see this, though.
That's all right.
This thing right here? Hey! So I'll go first because now it's playing. Sly Cooper, he's a great guy. I love him. He's got a bunch of shit in his arsenal. A lot of his stuff that Riversong has this little sonic screwdriver that she could fuck with tech stuff with. But Sly Cooper has a lot of shit where he just kind of says, this isn't tech, this is just a skill. Nobody made this. This is just stuff in my family's book, so she can't hack it in a technical sense. So that's my biggest argument here. Sly's got amazing people with him, good friends. They're not going to help him here. But honestly, they're just really good people that I would chill with. Murray, big guy. Bentley, good guy. Carmelita, still on the fence about her. Dimitri's great. I hate you for hating him. He's my favorite character in Sly Cooper. He's got the swag. He's just a French motherfucker. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this now. All right, cool.
The debate is not who would you rather have a drink with at a bar.
I have never been more convinced in my time on this channel.
Damn.
Look how many friends he has. He's such a cool guy, guys. I like that. That's a solid start.
Sly's got this. I've never been more convinced of anything.
My face is blurry. I need to reset my camera. Hold up. Have Saul do that while I fix myself.
Okay, sure. I'll just start now. So, Riversong is the child of companions Amy and Rory, who were conceived in the TARDIS. She was kidnapped by the Church of the Silent to basically become a sleeper agent to kill the Doctor. Unfortunately for the Silence, the Doctor broke her out of it and she fell in love with him. Now, falling in love with the Doctor, as she will tell you herself, is like falling in love with the stars itself. So she has met different versions of the Doctor, and like she kind of travels around and meets him at different points. One of like notable points includes like the 12th Doctor and a lot of the 11th Doctor, such as the crash of the Byzantium, which is where she like one of the first times that she met the Doctor was there. Yeah, she's just kind of a very powerful individual. She has a lot of tech. She has a lot of inherent abilities due to her being like half Time Lords, due to being conceived in the TARDIS, and like she doesn't have as many friends. To be fair, she's a kick-ass assassin.
I don't know about you, but the fact that she can't make friends might be a detriment in this battle. I'm just saying.
Also, like, hang on, the one also thematic parallel for this is that she is like an archaeologist. She becomes an archaeologist type, and like she's like a thief.
Yeah, they're both like they steal stuff and they have time stuff going on.
Yes, I can get into slice time stuff later though, because I feel like that's like end of debate kind of stuff.
But does she have a million friends?
All right, where do we want to start with this?
I guess we could just go over, like, a lot of people might not know River Song and Sly Cooper. So how do they just fight, like, in general? If they're in the fight, like, what's their fighting style? What weapons do they have? What do they do?
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. Sly is not a typical fighter, where he does fight. He has battled, like, pirates, swordsmen, stuff like that, hand-to-hand, and come out on top. And he's even fought some of his ancestors in Sly 4. Wait, that didn't happen. So he has fought people who are very proficient and skilled in combat, but he's not a very direct fighter. He mostly is someone that's, like, using the environment, like, you know, using decoys to get enemies, like, distracted and hitting them from behind. Or he has, like, a music box that if you're next to it, it makes you fall asleep. My cat is going fucking crazy. But typically, he can hold his own to skilled people, but that's not typically his style. His style is get around, use the environment, climb buildings, do whatever. Even sometimes, like if there's a boat that's, like, on top of this pillar up here and somebody's chasing him, he will drop the boat on the person. Just because it's part of the environment, he can do so. So that's mostly how he fights. I don't want to get into equipment until we get to equipment, but he also has a cane, and the cane can do a lot of things. A lot of the things it does is smacking. He likes smacking people. Yeah. Also, I put this here, and I forgot to show it. My mom bought me a Sly Cooper little plushie thing, and it's one of the most adorable things. I keep it on my desk. Anyway.
That is very adorable. Because he's like a platformer, right? So that's like his main, like, A button attack is his cane swing, right?
Square, it's PlayStation. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. He does have a lot of equipment. I'm not granting him the stuff he's only had, like, one time. But he does have a lot of equipment that is very useful, especially in a fight against River.
So how does River fight when it's time to scrap?
Again, just kind of like Sly, she isn't like a direct hand-to-hand fighter. If she is going to use anything, she is going to use her intelligence, her deceptive nature, and her weapons. In terms of intelligence, she has directly been compared by the Great Intelligence, who is one of the Doctor's, like, smartest adversaries, to being close in intelligence on par with him. The Doctor and River have had many, kind of battles, I guess, with each other. The first time that they met, she was obviously trying to kill him because she was a sleeper agent. And they had a back and forth where it was like, she was, like, regenerating. And the Doctor was like, well, I removed the gun from your bullet. And then she was like, I put a second gun in the fruit bowl. And the Doctor's like, I rotated the fruit bowl and you got a banana instead. And she ultimately won that and killed the Doctor. Like, permanently killed him during that. It's not just the 11th version of the Doctor she has outsmarted. She manipulated the 5th Doctor into stealing from his 10th incarnation. And she has broken into Gallifrey itself to steal from, like, the archives from Rassilon, like, right under all of Gallifrey's noses. She manipulated and outthought the 10th Doctor. This is when he was the Time Lord Victorious, so when he was, like, his evil version. Tricked him into saving multiple planets and star systems, but also helping her trick the Quantum Vatican into thinking that there was a false Doomsday Scroll, which fed into her plans of alternating, like, a fixed point in time. Very smart.
So I heard in that list of very impressive intelligence feats that she uses a gun. So will she try to shoot Slides? Does she normally use guns?
Yes, she has a multitude of laser-based weapons, although I don't want to go into those until I get into equipment.
Well, it sounds like equipment's the logical next step for us to get into. So do you want to just jump right into that?
I would like to say, in terms of intelligence, first of all, Next Berserker said it's the circle button, and that is false. Circle button is how you do your skills, not how you attack. So, thank you. No, I'm kidding. I love him. Secondly, just in terms of like people Sly has fought, just because intelligence kind of got covered there, outsmarting the Doctor is like a big deal, no matter what incarnation you put him at. Sly himself is very intelligent. But I don't know if you could attribute everything to him, because Bentley is the one that like makes the missions and like they sets out the game plan and the blueprints and stuff like that. But even without Bentley, Sly in a lot of different games, especially the second game where they had this mass operation to essentially drug the entire state of Paris, the entire country of Paris. They were able to go one by one, get all the clockwork parts back, and even when they were outsmarted and set back, Sly was still able to come back and outsmart Arpeggio, who was the guy that was doing it all the time, and come back and kill Clockwork for good. It's not as impressive. And these guys are like genius tacticians. Like one of them is someone who runs a whole like insane asylum thing for reprogramming and shit. One is like this genius lumberjack guy. Like they're very intelligent people, but I don't know if you would attribute. Don't laugh, because I know exactly why you're laughing. But yeah, I think the Doctor should take intelligence, but Sly is also has outsmarted very smart people himself.
Yeah, like River is mainly going to like use her weapons and guns. She's not going to get into a hand-to-hand situation. Not that she can't. She does have like nerve attacks. Like I think she grabbed the Doctor on the shoulder and put him like right to sleep.
Like Spock?
Yeah, basically like Spock. So
Nice.
she can do things in a close encounter, but mostly she will be shooting people.
Well, that's Time Lord human nerves. Does she know raccoon nerves?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like this is like a raccoon version. I feel like the nerve clusters are not the same.
I guess, but again, I think like River's intelligence is insane. Like she has like in terms of stuff that she's directly done, she made a phone from 1962 be able to call the future.
I forgot about that.
Because she was like, that's why she spends a lot of her time in the 1960s, kind of cleaning up after the Weeping Angels that are trying to take over Manhattan. To varying success.
For equipment, do you want me to start or do you want to start?
I feel like you'll have a lot more to go through, so I'd rather you start, because mine's a lot more limited.
So I'm not going to go through everything. If I look down, I have notes on my phone. That's why. I'm not going to go through everything, because some stuff, it's like, you know, the fucking alarm clock. Is River going to be like, what's that? And they get whacked from behind? Probably not.
I think so.
I mean, she might get distracted for a second, but no. So throughout the game, Sly gets a bunch of things from his ancestors. By collecting bottles, you open vaults, and you can get different abilities and things from these vaults. Some of these include a hat that he could take off his hat, throw it on the ground, and it's a bomb now. He has smoke bomb. He has a smoke bomb, which is like a tiny little like thing just to hide from enemies. But then an upgrade version from Sly 3 or 4 called the flash bomb, which is like a huge plume of smoke that just like completely covers the screen, lets him get away. He has different equipment. He has different abilities he can attribute to his cane. Like the Insanity Strike, it like makes the cane shine in like this purple aura, and if he hits you, your mind is like, you become like enraged essentially, and it makes enemies in the game start attacking each other. He also has a rage bomb, which does the same thing, but he throws it. He has a music box that, like I said before, if he throws it next to somebody and they hear the song, it puts them to sleep. And the last thing I'll bring up here is he has a bunch of costumes from Sly 4, which didn't happen. But he has a lot of costumes from Sly 4. The most important ones, well, I guess all of them are a little bit... No, I'll just say the top 3. Samurai. He has samurai armor that lets him reflect projectiles. So he has a shield, and like anything that comes at him, he could just reflect it, right? And he's completely immune to fire or heat-based attacks while he's wearing it as well. He has the archer costume, which he lets him shoot an arrow that has a string attached to it, but he controls the arrow as it's midair, so it can like do unrealistic turns and shit like that. And then the thief costume is the most important. He gets a scimitar. Doesn't really help, but he can also slow down time. Why did I wait to say that second? But yeah, he can essentially slow down time. And that's not the only way he can do that, but just to say that that's one of many ways he can get a little advantage if she doesn't have a resistance to time-related abilities. But seeing as she's from Doctor Who, she might actually have a resistance to time-related abilities, but I don't know.
When he shoots this arrow, does he ever use it as a weapon, or is that just like a puzzle-solving tool?
You can use it as a weapon, but it's mostly to solve puzzles.
Okay.
Like, if you hit someone while you're shooting the arrow, it doesn't just stop. It hits them. It may not kill every enemy immediately, but it still hits them.
I'm just thinking about the one movie where they like make bullets go around corners.
I don't know how I missed this. Hold on. So, two things. The other thing is that his cane can turn electrified, and he can hit someone, and it completely disintegrates them if it touches them. It does not. It's not always a complete disintegration. The enemy has to be low enough on health, meaning that there is, if your AP is high enough, it probably won't do it. But it's still very powerful, way stronger than his normal cane swing. He has a decoy, which he can throw. It's like a little rubber decoy that distracts enemies. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is that he can throw out Toonami Tom. All right? In Slide 2, he has the ability to throw a little Toonami Tom, which will have the beautiful voice of, I think his name is Spike Spiegel, come out and be like, hey! And, like, distract everyone while Sly gets him. That's his best feat right there. Toonami Tom scaling, go burr. Does anyone not know who Toonami Tom is?
I don't.
Toonami Tom is the guy, the little robot that's in the Toonami block on Cartoon Network. The one that's like, hey everyone, up next is Dragon Ball GT or whatever.
He has a name?
Huh?
Yes, I didn't know he had a name.
Yeah,
He's got lore.
Yeah,
has
dude.
lore?
It's intense.
This is a whole rabbit hole we don't need to go down right now.
Correct.
But all right then.
Sly can throw him and he can distract enemies is the biggest part. He wouldn't get the scaling. But yes, I just thought that was funny.
All right then. I suppose River Song got
okay.
equipment-wise.
So I know you talked about explosives at the start, but River actually has a thing called a calestropulse, which is specifically a tool. Like it's in her earring, and it's used as like to specifically what I think it's specifically to disarm explosives. It was used on. So basically, there was this guy, Doria Moldova, who was like this big blue guy. And River was trying to get a vortex manipulator. We'll talk about that in a minute. A vortex manipulator off him. And he goes, oh, well, I'll offer you. What are you offering me? And she goes, oh, well, I'll offer you my cholesterol pulse for the micro explosives that I put in your wine that you just drank. And obviously he's like, sold. In terms of other equipment, her main weapons are like laser guns. So she has a sonic blaster, which is capable of cutting and emitting like powerful energy. It's capable of like breaking through walls, which is it disintegrates and reintegrates matter if it wants to. And it can be used as a sonic blaster and a sonic disruptor, so it can actually be weaponized. River herself has had multiple different guns. She has had something known as the Alpha Mensen Blaster, which can disintegrate objects on hit and was strong enough to kill a weakened Dalek. I say weakened because it got existence erased, and then got brought back thanks to something called the Pandorica, and its shields was down. But it was still capable of breaking through the Dalekanium, and I'll talk about how impressive Dalekanium is in a little bit. Probably the most useful weapon in this debate is her sonic weapons. No, folks at home, she doesn't just have a sonic screwdriver. She has a sonic trowel as well. You know, like a trowel for gardening? She has a sonic version of that.
I'm sure that comes up a lot.
Oh, yes. Obviously, she's an archaeologist. So, sonic screwdrivers can do a shit ton. This is, if you want to bring up the image of the sonic screwdriver, Plime, please.
I did not name it, but I think this is it.
So this is actually the Doctor's sonic screwdriver. I think it's from a specific incarnation, but the 12th Doctor gives it to her on her last night in, basically at the end, towards the end of River's story. River and the Doctor are kind of avoiding each other because it's like the last time they will meet will be when well, the Doctor knows the last time they meet will be the time that she goes to die. So he's avoiding her for a bit, and eventually, through some antics, they end up on this planet where, like, it's like 1 week is like 2 years or something. So as a present, he gives her a sonic screwdriver. A lot of people can know what the sonic screwdriver can do, but some people just assume it can manipulate technology, but it can actually do a hell of a lot more, and a hell of a lot more useful things here. Sonic screwdrivers are actually capable of being used as weapons. They are able to fire blasts of sonic energy to take out Daleks, Cybermen, and even clash against other lasers. It was potent enough to harm sentient supernovas, and could output enough energy to be comparable to London's annual power usage. And also, River is like a far more. She's a killer compared to the Doctor. When River and the Doctor go to save Amy from the Silence because they've like kidnapped her, the Doctor is doing his like, you know how he like points his screwdriver at people as shit is going on, and River has her gun and she's blasting down all the Silence, and River is like, "What the hell are you doing?" So she was very much like would use something like this. It's able to create constructs. Manipulate matter, manipulate minds, and it's also a BFR It's also a BFR tool.
We're supposed to talk about the sonic screwdriver?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right then.
Welcome to Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's capable of sending people to the other side of the galaxy, freezing someone within time itself, trap and seal people within paintings, patch up rifts in space and time, and break the fourth wall itself.
I was trying to take notes. That's a lot.
Yes. What I'm trying to say, it's that like it has a lot more uses, because I know, like you said, Plime, with like the abilities and stuff. Some of like not all of Sly's stuff is technology, is it?
No, a lot of it is like they're considered thief skills, so it's just,
inherent techniques.
Yeah.
That he would know. So,
Yeah.
but I just want to say that the screwdriver isn't going to be useless, and it's arguably the like most dangerous AP tool in her disposal, but I will go over why later.
Theoretically, if she was to like lose the screwdriver, because that's a big trope in Doctor Who, is a screwdriver gets messed with early in the episode, so he can't just use it to solve the thing. Does she have a way to like get it back or something?
Genuinely, that's what the sonic trowel is.
It's just the backup sonic screwdriver.
It's the backup sonic screwdriver, and this
Okay.
this is an actual sonic weapon that River has used, and it was capable of knocking out King Hydroflax, and who's like this robot king guy, and these monk bodyguards. The whole reason why the 12th Doctor gave River a sonic screwdriver was because he saw the sonic trowel and he went, "That's fucking embarrassing."
Is Hydroflax the one played by Greg Davies?
Yes,
Taskmaster
Greg Davies.
fame?
Yes, of Taskmaster
Yeah.
fame. Yeah. So she also, in terms of some other important things to bring up, is she has blowguns, which can also fire blasts, and she has a couple of poisons, but they would also require her to kiss Sly Cooper, which is
I don't know about you. The mouth shape difference might be a problem there.
Nah. See, River, if there's anything that River canonically does, is fuck. She has had multiple lovers and multiple boyfriends, and she has she has poisons basically. She has hallucinogenic poisons, which made prison guards like fantasize an entire field. And it's not like, it's like if the lipstick gets on you, you know. Oh, I think Allheart has died. And poison strong enough to completely kill the Doctor. Like, burn through all of his regenerations.
Let me just say, if Sly wanted to, I'm not going to be PG this cast. That's it.
That's fine.
You've made me
I'm
take
okay
off
with
my
this.
gloves, Saul.
Oh no,
Sly-
the PG climb is gone.
If Sly wanted to, he can fuck as well. Let's just be real with that. He, on multiple occasions, has even the cop that's chasing him. That's like, this guy's fucked up and he's ruining everyone's life. He still somehow, in multiple occasions, tricks her, even though she's been tricked before. Like, at the end of the first game, after he tricks her over and over and over again, he somehow handcuffs her to the side of a place and then leaves her. And then does it again in the next game. Like, she should be smart enough. She is smart enough at this point to not fall for that shit. But Sly always seduces her in a way that she's just like, fuck. So, I don't know whose game... I don't know if we need to play whose game is better.
That would be a fair.
But-
I mean, to be fair, pulling the Doctor of all people is an insane pull.
I mean, this is random, but one of my favorite Doctor Who quotes, because I'm a Doctor Who fan, not as much as Saul, but one of my favorite Doctor Who quotes is when that girl kisses him, and her boyfriend's like, "And you kissed her back?" And he's like, "No, I kissed her mouth." It's like, ah,
Yeah. That's Amy and Rory. That's Amy and Rory.
yeah.
So.
It doesn't matter who can seduce who if the end result is them kissing equals Sly dead. It doesn't matter if Sly was going to initiate it. It's still bad for him.
I think the only other two things in terms of equipment that are kind of important to bring up is she has a psychic cloak that disguises her. That like it makes her so like it changes her so much that even Time Lords such as the Doctor can't see through one. And she has a device. It's like an explosive. It's audiobook, so I can't really give you a visual image. That implodes matter on contact. I won't get into the time travel stuff.
Sly can destroy matter on contact. I wonder if he can do that.
Well, it's your turn to talk.
I don't know. So not in terms of I don't know how to respond. There's a couple things you could respond to. He does have some kind of mental resistances to mind control, so I don't think the sonic screwdriver will be that big of a deal. There's when Contessa's the one that she does the whole like mind deconstruction, whatever you call it. I can't remember the words right now. Where she like hypnotizes people inside of her insane asylum, right? And she uses the clockwork eye specifically to do that. And on multiple occasions, she has hit Sly with the hypnotizing ray that should take control of his mind. But usually, it's just like a couple seconds of and then he's back into the fight and just like snaps out of it.
Okay, so the hallucinogenic lipstick probably wouldn't be super effective.
It might work for a little bit, but I think he could resist it overall.
I would bring up River also has a mind resistance feat, but like hers is so her mind got attacked by a 4-dimensional collision. It's specifically stated to be a 4-dimensional collision, and she was fine because she is part Gallifreyan.
Somebody tells me that. My first instinct is, what the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, she can get past a 4th-dimensional collision. Cool, those are words.
What do you mean by get past it? Like,
she mentally withstood that 4D collision.
So that's like a good comprehension feat?
It's hard to explain because it's in audiobook form. Again, a lot of these come from Big Finish, so I can't show anything visually. But there's this guy who goes, we're caught into the middle of a space-time collision. I say, human minds are not built to cope. It's like your perceptions, your ability to think, you obsess. They are trying to make sense of the twisting of reality. Honestly, this is beyond them. But they're able to withstand like what should fry their fucking brains completely because it's messing with their perceptions. Their entire mind, because River's part Gallifreyan.
So stuff like the rage bombs and stuff probably won't do.
No.
Yeah, okay.
sounds like
So, oh, you go.
sounds like River has a lot, but a lot of it just sounds like really powerful. Like I can destroy this matter, or I can like blow it up or something. What's like a notable like hacks that River's likely to employ if she needs to?
She can seal people away.
Okay.
So, to explain, because it needs a little bit of context, is there's this antagonist in Doctor Who called the Discordia, which are a race that resembles devils, and they take the form of the greatest fears of their prey, and like morph themselves, you know.
Okay.
With one of those, River was capable and was in the middle of trapping the Discordia in the mind of a dying man within the fictional world of that dying man's brain. But got stopped because the Fourth Doctor was like, this isn't how we do this. River's like, darn, okay, I guess I gotta listen.
Because where I'm at right now is it sounds like River has a more potent destructive arsenal, but Sly has more tools to like create openings for himself. Is
I
kinda where
guess,
I'm
but
at
I
right
would
now.
argue like the Sonic's like construct creation and like barriers it can make. I think, did I bring up its telekinesis?
You did not.
No.
Oh, it's able to like pull and like throw objects and stuff. It was capable of throwing around the vortex butterfly. The vortex butterfly is it's a higher dimensional construct which fused with this girl called Gabby. I'm getting a phone call, so please blind talk.
All right, Plum, what's your thoughts on all of that?
Well, you see, telekinesis is great, but in PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, no, I'm kidding.
Nah, use it. Use that shit.
No. I don't want it to be an annoying debate. I don't know if Saul can hear me, so I don't know if I want to make arguments. In my
Well, you can
mind,
talk to us.
in my mind, I think.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. In my mind, I think River probably would take stats. Oh, we can get into that later, though.
I would save stats for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. But Sly does have other things that I think could be pretty important in the fight. Speaking of PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, the worst part about Sly is his invisibility. I'm not using All Stars. Don't worry, Saul. So instead of the only reason I mention it is because they took out Sly's block button, so he can turn invisible in that game, which sucks. But anyway, Sly does have the ability to turn invisible completely. He can slow down the world in Sly 1. He can... Hold on, I'm trying to find it. He can use thief reflexes to slow down other people's reflexes. And he can turn... In Sly 2, he can turn completely invisible, but he can only walk. But then in Sly 3, he can upgrade it so he can run and do other skills. So he can turn completely invisible, and he can do everything he would need to do to get past an opponent, whatever, right? But if you still run while invisible, it makes noise, right? Well, in Sly 3, he also has the silent sprint move, which makes it so when he moves, he emanates no noise at all. So essentially, Sly can become just this invisible, no sound, no sight thing that River would have to find throughout the fight. And all he would really need to do is get behind her once and pull off a finishing move, essentially.
Just bean her in the head with his king.
So I guess I'll bring this up now, because I don't know how long the debate will go. He has something called silent obliteration. I think anyone who knows Sly Cooper probably figured I was going to bring this up. So what happens is, if Sly is undetected, he gets behind you, he can hit you up with his cane and then spin around you. And a little hole appears, like a hole of like nothingness, I guess. I don't know what it's supposed to be. And you will just drop into the hole and you will die. A lot of people interpret this as a black hole. I will not make that argument because there's no underlying proof that is a black hole, but all I know is that it is a void that sucks people inside of it and they die. And if you're in Sly 3, if you can move while doing this. So if you're hitting this enemy here and there's an enemy right next to you, it'll actually pull that enemy into this weird void thing and kill both of them at the same time. So there is like a suction aspect to it.
A black circle on the ground?
It's literally a black circle in the ground, and they fall through it, and it closes.
It's like the Toontown, like throw a
Yeah.
black hole on the ground and it'll. All right then, that's cool.
I thought there was a move in Sly 1 that killed the entire world, but I'm wrong about that. I could not find that anywhere. So the silent
Well, you
obliteration
said-
is probably his best move.
You said earlier that they had some kind of tech to like drug the entirety of what was it, France or something?
That was the villain's whole plan, was they were making spice. That it was more so saying he's fought intelligent people. They were making this spice and they were like putting it all over Paris and France, and they were trying to essentially drug everyone with this rage kind of virus thing. And then when they activate the rage thing, the whole place would destroy itself. Was their main goal. But Sly outsmarted them. That was the main reason I brought up that. I guess just getting into the last few abilities, just because it's probably his best ability if River doesn't have a counter to it. He has something called Stun. It's either in Sly 2 or Sly 3. And all he has to do is he smashes his cane against the ground, and for a couple seconds, I think it's like 10 seconds maybe, everything in the world freezes. It is a pure time stop that he can move in. And this is not the only time he's had a time stop. Some abilities slow down time for himself and others. There's some abilities that do it for like just slow down time instead of stopping it. And he has one to speed up perception as well, where the world seems like it's moving really fast and people get discombobulated. So he does have a couple timey-wimey skills that he can use. I specifically said timey-wimey for Saul. I hope he got that.
I did.
I guess that's most of his skills in his kit. The last thing I'll say... No, I'll wait. I'll wait.
I did want to ask a quick question about the samurai armor. You say it can reflect projectiles. What kind of projectiles does it reflect?
That's a good question. A lot of times it's just normal, like fireballs, electricity, bullets, and stuff like that. But if it can reflect fire, I'd probably say it can reflect energy.
It just like it just bounces off him, and he's just
No. So he has a shield specifically. If he gets hit, if it's a fire-based attack, he won't get hurt because the armor is completely immune to fire. But he has a shield. He needs to be able to swing the shield in order to knock the bullets back. If not,
he has to like
hit.
Legend of Zelda style reflect attack.
Correct.
Back.
Yeah.
And he can reflect electricity and fire.
I believe so. It's been a while since I
Okay.
played Sly 4.
That's interesting. Okay.
Because Carmelita's shock pistol can be reflected, I believe.
Does Carmelita's shock pistol fire like electricity, or does it fire like a taser pin?
Plasma?
Plasma. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's good.
I don't know what the implications of that are, though.
I'm just trying to keep in mind some of these tech interactions might be.
So Salt's turn.
Okay. So that invisibility thing is not going to work. So basically, despite being half Time Lord, River has all of like the inherent species abilities that Time Lords have. She literally has the her blood is literally time vortex. Like, you know, the thing that they travel through in the Doctor Who intro?
Yeah.
That's the time vortex, and her blood, like all Time Lords, are made up of it. And her, at least her senses are enhanced. Like, she was able to detect the presence of dead bodies by smell alone. But what's most important here is Time Lord vision. So basically, Time Lords can see for miles. They have perfect vision. Their eyesight naturally grants them UV light and infrared vision. But they are capable of seeing through invisibility and perception filters. Like, straight up just see through them. Perception filters are they are like invisibility in terms of, like, they hide your biodata. So what's comparable, and literally makes you unable to look. Certain Time Lords can also resist this, like the Master was capable of resisting the Doctor's version of this. She also has enhanced hearing, which Time Lords can hear noises from miles away, and can like pick up on the smallest noises within the TARDIS itself. So if there's any noises, because I know you said about the invisibility, like there's one part of it that can make noise.
So
Right.
he can combine abilities in Sly 3, and there's one that's just called Silent Sprint, and it makes it so when Sly's moving around, he's making zero noise, so enemies won't detect him.
Okay. She has some other inherent stuff, like she's immune to time manipulation. Kind of goes with being Time Lords. But Time Lords have resisted time stops, time speeds. Let me get the specific ones. Yeah, they can move fine within slowed down time, can function with time itself is moving backwards, can override and overpower time stopping abilities, which they have done multiple times, and are able to move fine when everyone else around them is stuck in a time loop. Also, can Sly time travel?
I want you, before we talk about the time travel stuff, I want you to make that point you said you were gonna make through our DMs. I have a counter to that makes more sense, and I can go more into the time travel then.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's the argument my sister gave you.
What argument was that? I guess I don't know.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
The whole argument you were gonna make is that since River Song has a bracelet that can time travel, that she can go back and fuck Sly's mom.
Or make Clockwork still be around and fuck with Sly mentally. Basically, how River gets around, because she gets around what's called by the Doctor as dirty time travel through a vortex manipulator, where basically the user can type in a period and teleport to said time period, quick and easy, as it allows like people to constantly change time through rapid teleportation. And if people grab onto it, they are also teleported. River literally calls it dirty time travel because she knows how much the Doctor hates it. River will fuck with the past to like get her way. She became Cleopatra temporarily, like overthrew and became Cleopatra to get the Doctor's attention. She went back to like the first ever rock face ever discovered and carved "Hello, Sweetie" into it to get the Doctor's attention. She will do whatever she can with time travel to win.
So my argument to this is that Sly is immune to people tampering with the past. And the main example of this is in Sly 4. And if you remember, if you've been paying attention, it doesn't exist. But in Sly 4, the whole plot of the game is that something's going on and the Thievius Raccoonus is like losing its pages, right? And the world outside is changing because of it. And so they need to go through time and figure out what's happening. And a lot of it is his ancestors have now been like captured or like taken prisoner, stuff like that. And so their history in the notebook is actively disappearing. But if that were true, then Sly himself would also be disappearing because he wouldn't exist anymore. So why would the notebook disappear and Sly not disappear? And it's most likely because he has some kind of resistance to this kind of time-altering effects.
Yeah, that's fine. I did want to bring up a certain argument in chat that I saw. So Ted Tails says in chat, a question: if River dies, does that mean Doctor Who also dies? Because the first episode of River was sacrificing herself to save Doctor Who. So, very funny argument, because in an audiobook they confirm that River is a complex space-time event, and if she is killed, it would nuke the cosmology. If she dies before her time, it will permanently nuke the entire cosmology. Because she is set to die in the library, in the specific events of the library.
Wait a second. So if Sly wins, does that just mean...
Or would that just affect the Doctor Who universe?
Sly wins, and then Doctor Who just is gone. All of it.
Like, will this like destroy a universe that Sly is not currently in, or will the universe Sly is in unravel?
I just wanted to bring this. I'm not making it as an argument. I just wanted to bring it up because Ten Tails was like, "Wouldn't that happen?" It's like, well, yes, actually, they did actually say something about that in an audiobook.
I thought it was about to be an argument of like, if River dies, the universe dies, and thus at worst it's a tie or something.
He's inverse
I mean,
equalization.
maybe. That's not what I would like to rely on for this debate. I'm not gonna lie to you. That feels ass.
That's not what he needs to rely on in this debate.
So, Prime, you have brought up your most powerful equipment thing? Because I'm kind of saving my one.
Wait, real quick, how does Sly time travel?
He can't.
How does he go
So,
back in time in the game that doesn't exist that has time stuff?
He specifically can't time travel without the van, the Cooper van. But Bentley needs to be there, and so does Murray. And I believe, for the sake of this debate, we're not giving him Bentley and Murray.
That would be horrible for Sly if we give them like their closest outside help.
Correct.
Because that's just the Doctor.
So
does Sly can't drive the van on his own?
He never has. I mean, I guess theoretically he could, but I really hate arguments that rely on, well, he's never done it before, but...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, he can't time travel in the traditional sense. I'd say the best counter to that is that even if she were to go back in time, she would still have to kill him in his present because it wouldn't affect him currently.
So River can still go back and fuck Sly's mom. There's just nothing that's going to happen to the current Sly.
She would just
Correct.
be doing it recreationally instead.
Yeah,
of, like,
she would just come back and she'd be like, "I fucked your mom, shit lips." Like fucking.
It'd be for mental warfare.
She would grab him, put his hand on the time on the vortex manipulator, and go back and be like, "Look, I fucked your mom, dipshit." There I am doing it. Yeah, it's because there's one thing that I want to get into, but it's a lot.
Okay.
So
we got time.
Like, I just want to know if you've brought up all your equipment stuff because this is the last of my equipment.
One thing I didn't bring up: he has a paraglider. Lets him kind of glide through the air. Okay, that's my last equipment. Go ahead.
I did see
Does
that happen.
River have any counter to the aerial advantage?
She's basically just gonna be playing Duck Hunt at some point. he's gonna be flying across and go boom out the air.
Actually, I do have.
Yeah.
How would we want to factor the binocucom? Right. So what the binocucom is, I keep forgetting Saul doesn't play Sly. It's a visor that he uses to, like, see in far distance, whatever. But it also has some other things it can do. Like, it's a communicator between him, Bentley, and Murray, and as well as it pings key locations and stuff. So, like, if he needs to follow this person, it will track that person across the map, so he'll never lose his eye on it. So I would buy, at least for this debate, I would buy the fact that maybe he can keep track of River during the fight if she were to, like, get away.
Yep.
But we wouldn't grant the communication with the friends, right? That would still be considered.
No. I think that's still considered. He would be contacting outside help.
Okay. So yeah, he can track. He has a way to track River if she got away.
Yeah,
that's the best. That's my last argument. Now you can go into it.
So let's bring up the tool. So there was once this species known as the Osirans, who are these. For those who might know a little bit of new Doctor Who, there's this character called Sutek, the God of Death. Originally, he was one of these species. The Osiran device it was made by the 10th Doctor. But during one of River's novels, she went, fucking yoink, mine now, bye-bye, and did some shit with it. Can you bring up Eye of Horus? Can you just start bringing up 1, 2, 3, and I'll kind of talk about,
okay,
as they appear, what the eye does? Because there's some stuff that I can show. I hope this is in order. Oh, yes, so basically, we'll get into Melody Malone in a minute because that's very unique. The Eye of Horus is stated to have the power of all things by River, which, again, given River's intelligence and her knowledge as a time traveler, means that it should be higher dimensionality than the Void, the Time Vortex, and the Land of Fiction. Not to get too cosmologically complicated here, because I feel like that's not a fucking Sly Cooper cast. The Void is a infinite universe outside of time and space itself. The vortex is the time vortex, which is a higher dimensional plane of existence, which represents all time. And the Land of Fiction are stated to be like kind of like sub-dimensions in a way, where it's basically it's a sub-dimension created by gods that is infinitely recurring in a loop made by writers of a higher dimension. And it's similar to like the celestial toy room of the toy maker. And these land of fictions exist above space and time, which gets it into the outer versal ranges. I am actually like the Eye of Horus can technically get higher just because of like when River says everything here, she could be referencing like all over all things. She could be referencing all things in Doctor Who. I don't believe that for a fact. I'm just going by the things that she mentions in this novel, which are the land of fiction, the void, and the time vortex, which would put the power of it on a at least a outerversal scale.
Okay.
So what does it look like when it's used? Is it like a projectile?
It fires a beam.
Okay,
and it's also capable of granting force fields.
Oh, so for the purposes of this debate, while it is absurdly powerful, at the scale we're operating at, it's more or less just a beam that will one-shot and an unbreakable force field.
No, my contraire, because there's a little bit more. Can you bring up the second scan, please? So directly from the same novel where that statement comes from. Oh, this is the this is the yes. This is the one that it's capable of shredding people's bodies atom by atom, and erasing them from existence with its attacks. Can you bring up number 3, please?
Anything for you, Saul.
Thank you.
I just realized I could have put a joke image in here. It just been like Salt sucks, whatever. I'd be like, oh, how did that get stuff? I fucked up. Anyway, continue.
So basically, the Eye was capable of bringing characters from River's book to reality, and River within that book called the book world second dimensional, and made the second dimensional characters enter the third dimension, even though they didn't know the third dimension existed. It basically, River in Doctor Who lore also exists as a character called Melody Malone, which is like her like writer's handle. You know how like writers sometimes go by fake names?
Yeah.
That's her. It quite literally brought Melody to life and brought it up a dimension. And number 4, please.
Hold on. Sorry. I should have wrote this earlier.
I think this is the DNA one. Yeah, this is the DNA one. It can basically erase an entire bloodline out of time. So it's not just going to be Sly. It's going to be Sly's mom, who was fucked earlier in this fight.
Thevus Raccoonius will have disappeared.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the 4 scans that I brought up, but I actually didn't send quite as many as I could have. The Eye is also capable of manipulating space and time within the same novel, and is able to telekinetically like do this.
Mm-hmm.
And like telekinetically like pick people up and fuck with that. Another one, so I brought up her sealing before, but the Eye of Horus is also capable of sealing people within books. Which River kind of, when she first uses the Eye, it goes haywire. She does get control over it at the end of the novel. And she gets trapped in the book, and she's like, hang on, you can't be inside a book. I'm probably in the land of fiction, which was that outerversal place. But no, she is literally inside the book, and the experiences that she has in the book changes the book.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
So, does this book BFR and timeline erasure thing, does it also come in the form of projectiles, or is this just a I hold you up and wish you gone?
I think from what I know, it's just a I do gone thing. But if you want to talk about the beam itself, I like it's notable like being able to harm Sutek, the Destroyer, Sutek the Destroyer is higher than the Circle of Transcendence, which has enough power to bring down time and space, the multiverse, and even the Dalek's reality bomb, which was going to destroy the entire cosmology. And River just fucking yoinked this from the Doctor, by the way. She went yoink!
That sounds like impressive power, Saul, but how will she fare against small building level?
I'd like to just say a little pet peeve. This is totally off topic. I hate when fiction correlates a fictional world that doesn't exist with the second dimension.
Yeah.
Those are two completely different things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a book, so that means they're the second dimension. No, just because the medium is on paper does not mean that fictional characters are two-dimensional.
Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means, Sherm.
No. Also, I'd like to shout out PHOSJ4T. That at the very beginning of this cast said River is going to pull out a high 1A super weapon and win. So I guess good read on that one, PHOS4JT.
So this is real quick. This is Sly's best AP thing because he just brought up like Outerversal and shit like that. He could break this cog. That cog is 3.762 times 10 to the 7th power. I meant to say in joules, but I said in jobless in my notes, which was a whoopsie on me.
That sounds like the plural form of jobber.
So Sly's gonna get his his entire species removed, and he's jobless.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Climb. What are you doing, man?
Sly
is canonically unemployed, right? Like he's a thief. He just
thieving is his career.
He's
went to college for it.
Did he go to college for it?
No, I made that.
Okay. I'd believe that in this world.
I would too.
For speed, so versus Battlewiki set him as subsonic, saying he could dodge bullets and arrows, but there's a boss fight in the second game against Rajan where he legit shoots lightning at you.
If we were going by versus wiki stats, River is put at average human. So
yeah.
Boba Fett and Mandalorian are also subsonic, which I thought was very funny.
Very good scaling on there.
Sly reacts to arrows and bullets. There's a very notable point where Sly's here, Carmelita's here, a bullet is flying towards Carmelita, and he runs from here to here by the time the bullet travels, right? And he takes the bullet for her. But his best speed feat, other than the light speed feats, I think are a little bit far-fetched, except for one, which I'll bring up in a second. But there's a boss fight, again, I think his name is Rajan in Slide 2, where he's shooting lightning at you, and you have to platform through different pillars to get close to him, and he could be like right here, shoot lightning, and Sly can react to it and jump over. So I at least say he's above a lightning timer. Now there is one light speed feat I would like to bring up. Thank you, Sherm. So Sly right here is hitting these panels, and he is reacting at the same speed this light comes out. So in my opinion, that's like what, 17 times light speed.
Well, it would be like roughly, arguably comparable to the light speed, so maybe like relativistic to some degree.
I don't know if I buy that, but that is kind of true. He can't react to the light that's coming out here.
That is the light mid-movement.
I buy it.
Yeah.
I buy it. Fuck it.
Can he stack his like perception boosting on top of that?
Yes.
I was gonna.
He also so going at his he's not even just running, right? He's jumping from place to place, which would be slower than just running in a straight line, right? So he's realistically, even if you buy the lightning the light timing, he's realistically probably faster than that. And he also, the last piece of equipment I didn't bring up was the rocket boots, specifically for speed. The rocket boots up his speed by, I think it's like 2.5. He just literally glides across the ground. So whatever the highest speed feat you got, you can multiply by 2.5.
Rocket boots, are those technology?
No, it's a skill. No, fuck! It's from the thief. It's from the thief set. Ah!
So, guys, who wants to learn about immeasurable river song?
Alright, so what's River Song got for speed?
Do you actually
what
have
ends does she
immeasurable?
have?
I actually have a direct immeasurable feat for river song.
What? I thought Sly could have this one.
No! I will not let a single character in my lifetime have that. Okay.
No,
So,
fuck you. You don't. He didn't give me a measurable, and Deobormon versus Cell. You don't get a measurable here. I'm just gonna say no.
Who didn't give you a
That's
measurable?
not what I said against Theoboromon. I actually argued why it wasn't valid. I didn't just say no.
Okay,
Your
so
your argument of why it wasn't valid is that they didn't intend it to be, which is the stupidest thing I've ever. Never mind. Let's not get.
So on the low end of speed feats, River would quite easily tie with Sly. She is capable of keeping up and reacting and fighting the silence, and dodging the Emperor Palpatine lightning they fire out their fingers, which is like, it's not lightning, it's more electricity because they absorb energy from the area a lot of the time and like conduct it through their body and then fire it. But the silence don't just stop with being able to have lightning stuff. They are comparable in speed to the Doctor. I will go the low end because I feel like I don't feel like the higher ends for the Doctor are always being used, you know. But within the same incarnation, the Doctor was capable of moving in tandem with beings from Akaton, who is like a living sun, which got to 53.7% the speed of light. There's higher speed feats as well, like moving, dodging, the famous kind of Doctor Who feat is the 12th Doctor dodging the disintegration beams and doing the thousands of calculations to put them into his like teleporter device and fake his death. That got recalced, I think, at 6,254 times the speed of light. But River has a direct, immeasurable feat. So there's this little thing in Doctor Who called The Matrix. The Matrix? What's The Matrix? It's that really cool movie franchise.
I like
No.
the first one.
Well, I like them all, okay? Leave me alone.
They are all fun. I just like the first one in particular.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the first one.
So The Matrix is kind of like the Time Lord equivalent to their database. Everything is slowing down on me for a minute. Just trying to load so many things
The
at
Sly
once.
Cooper slow down time effect is happening on you.
Literally. What is it with characters affecting me in casts? I feel like this joke has been made like 5 times.
Yeah, didn't
Every
you get
motherfucker.
BFR'd in Finn and Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby? Didn't you get BFR'd out of the cast when they were talking about BFRing?
Yeah, because like,
What's the opposite of a resist? You have a vulnerability to fictional
That's
characters'
actually-
abilities.
let's not canonize that fact. This is non-canon for anyone listening, so I don't lose.
This doesn't
whole
apply to
battle
soul
royale.
scaling in the future.
Yeah, we are not canonizing this fact. I have multiple good feats. Anyway, the Matrix is a supercomputer micro-universe used by higher councils of the Time Lords as a storage and knowledge mechanism to prevent future events. This supercomputer can process information faster than the speed of time. Yeah, faster than the speed of time. Sure, man.
So how does River Song scale
So
to that?
she was while in the Matrix, she was able to search and find the Doctor while like going through the Matrix and finding him while he was in the time vortex, which required her to like look through all of the Matrix and stuff, which is infinite universe. It's more infinite than immeasurable. She was also with this. She also like was able to. The Matrix stuff is so weird. She was able to. Like the Doctor was stuck in the vortex and stuff. She used the Matrix to temporarily become omnipresent, which I wouldn't grant her because that would be granting her the Matrix. But I think the infinite stuff is just good enough, you know?
Wait, I might have missed it. What was like the feat?
Like going through the entire Matrix, which is an infinite universe.
Oh, she went through the entire Matrix?
Yeah,
Well, alright, fuck. I guess that's that.
at least to my knowledge. That's me.
There's no real strong argument against the Matrix feat as far as I'm aware, but I would like to just touch on the Doctor scaling for a second. And this might be a larger conversation that's too big for this cast. But in general, I'm pretty sure the Doctor himself has like some incredibly absurd speed and AP feats that surely a majority of the verse doesn't scale to fully. Is there a good way to determine which characters would actually scale to the Doctor's like higher end potential?
Well, I compared it. The speed feats that I used, because I didn't bring up the immeasurable Doctor stuff, did I? Like I directly compared to the same incarnation within like a very similar time frame of the star reactions and the silence reactions, which are both similar scenarios where a creature is trying to kill the Doctor and he is reacting, you know?
Okay.
So that was just me using the same ones, you know?
I would like to posit a question, and this may be dumb, and tell me if it's dumb.
No, go ahead.
Is it possible that instead of searching the entire database for the Doctor, she just got like infinitely lucky and found him in a finite amount of time within the infinite size of the database?
That is a really stupid question. I cannot believe you would ask that.
My bad.
No,
my bad.
I from what I read, it was believed that, like, I think it was directly stated that she did this, and it was like an impressive thing. Time Lords were like, nobody can do that shit, you know?
Okay, that's fair.
Like, yeah, with who scales to the Doctor and like speed and stuff, I like there's the casual stuff, and then I like to compare to like characters in terms of like, well, what characters are major threats to the Doctor, you know? When does he have to consistently be operating at his best, you know? And Akaton and the Silence would be at a similar level, but I just found an even better scaling chain.
Uh-oh.
River is comparable to this guy called Absalom Dak, the Dalek Killer. Guess what he does for a living?
I think he paints houses.
God damn it! Okay, no. Sorry. He kills Daleks. And River is shown to... So this is all within the same comics. You know how you said about the time frame thing, Sherm?
Mm-hmm.
About, like when's the Doctor operating at his best and stuff. The Doctor and River and Absalom Dak are shown to, like, be able to react and keep up with each other to the point where the Doctor is capable of dodging, like, Absalom Dak's... Oh, Absalom Dak tries to fight him at one point. He starts throwing punches at the Doctor, and the Doctor's, like, dodging them. Absalom Dak was capable of keeping up and fighting a thing known as the Then and Now, which is an entity directly stated to be above space and time. It's like it's time in its like weird form, where it both exists and does not exist. Let me get a better explanation, because I fucking hate the Then and Now.
Me with basic shit right there. It's just like, how does a bullet fire? I'm like, let me look this up. I know how, but if I try to explain it, I'm gonna sound stupid.
Yeah, the Then and Now is described as above space time and a reality gap, and like if you shoot at the Then and Now, it like there's already a hole in it, so there's no point in shooting, and it was fast enough to keep up with the TARDIS as it was going through the time vortex. So I should have really just fucking started with keeping up with the TARDIS and then gone on to the other shit. And this was like a TARDIS at its maximum speed. Like it was going so fast it broke through the time lock around Skaro.
That's...
And the guy just jumps out and starts like fighting it with a sword. And he keeps up with that shit.
Remember when in the 13th Doctor era, when like an Amazon package drone was fast enough to keep up with the Doctor?
Kablam, yeah.
Kablam.
I remember Kablam. I wish I didn't.
Everyone's favorite episode.
Kablam is my Sly Cooper fall.
The one where the Doctor says, you know what, maybe Amazon's only a little bad.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's the Kablam is like Amazon. Yeah, it's bad.
The moral of the story is you should give people 2 weeks of pay after they take 4 weeks off, after they've been horribly traumatized.
Should I go into physical stats?
Do you need to?
I mean, like, I think it's worth explaining why the guns are powerful enough to kill Sly, right? Like, her basic weapons.
Do you need to?
I mean, I'm just
explain
like
how
to
these
hear it
things
out
are
of like curiosity.
Outerversal fucking strength and shit. Like, I don't think you need to explain that Outerversal would kill a large building level Sly.
I assume this is more like her more standard laser arsenal.
Yeah, her standard
Like,
Oh, okay,
the
I guess.
Yeah, this is like her regular guns that she uses. So, physically, she should be about, oh god, small building to city level. In terms of like lower end feats, she was capable of forcing her way out of an exosuit, with like 20 different kinds of alien technology, and defeated Krampus's elves as a child, and also knocked the doctor out one time. In terms of her weapons, the main thing is to be stated is that her regular blasters was capable of breaking through Dalekanium. Dalekanium is, as a material, is strong enough to survive. I think. Oh, it's a supernova going kabloom on it, like 2 waves of it. Like in terms of surviving, the Dalekanium was broken, but it wasn't like all of it. It was like the front casing, you know. But this was like an outwave shockwave that created, I think it's like a super flare that burnt for like 3 light years away. I might be getting that confused with the Gallifrey supernova feat, because there's 2 weird Dalek supernova light feats.
They are consistently supernova level.
Yeah, it's very weird with their technology. And her regular pistol was breaking through this and killed a Dalek.
So I think she definitely. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I just went, yay.
Oh, is that everything?
Yes.
So she has a lot of weaponry that pretty inarguably can like kill Sly. But what is she like durability wise? City level?
Yes. In terms of durability, she is able to tank attacks from the silence. The silence. I hate Doctor Who. Silence is the group, silence is the species. No, silence is the species, silence is the plural of the species. She was able to take hits from people who their lightning fully disintegrates a person, which I think either gets high building, low city.
Whoa!
Is that
She
kinda
has
like
the
how-
same durability feat as Sly. That's fucking crazy.
Doesn't Sly also have the cane that can just instantly
Well,
disintegrate a person?
So yes, but his best durability feat is being able to tank 5 shots from Carmelita, which disintegrates any single foe it touches, other than Sly. And that got calced. I have the calc somewhere, but that got calced around large building to city as well.
Is it maybe? Oh, so it's a similar feat. It's just the Sly end was calculated lower for some reason.
If we
Essentially.
want,
Because they're trying to be more conservative.
Oh,
because
so
it's
the calc
that's not impressive, so they just
the
went all
calc-
the way with it.
the calc I got was specifically 1 shot from the bullet. Not necessarily Sly's exact durability. He could tank 5 shots. So don't know what that says about durability, but
I also imagine in terms of the smaller calc, it's probably because like the average raccoon and the average person are not in size aren't comparable, you know?
yeah.
So the amount of energy it would take to fully disintegrate a person would be
Could we
different.
argue that if River Song didn't move and let Sly hit her with his cane, that would indeed do some amount of damage?
If she was blind, tied up, put in the time chamber for 600 years, limbless, legless, she would.
I'm just trying to establish,
Sly's mom
like,
in the past.
if there's like a feasible win condition here, theoretically.
Did he just compare this to Naruto versus limbless Goku dying with the heart virus?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, I'm just trying to say, like, does like if the durability feat is the same as the durability feat Sly with, could we argue Final Destination, no items, speed equalized, they're physically similar?
Sure,
If you don't count the equipment, I think Sly and River would be more. I think River probably still takes stats, but they would be more fair. But if you include equipment, Sly is probably stronger than a lot of his equipment, whereas Rivers is like, yeah, I could blow up a universe, so what?
I also didn't touch on maybe Doctor Scaling for durability, but
Yeah.
All right, is there anything else we'd like to talk about today?
Are we good with moving on to final arguments?
yeah, I'm fine with final arguments. What about? Do you want to start?
Yeah. So all it's gonna take is Sly using a silent obliteration to kill River. It would be a very, very hard thing to pull off because River can apparently see invisible things. Is this something she needs to activate, or is this something that just always...
biology?
It's just always okay. So she can somehow see Sly, but I think even just like, oh, I had that ready to put up. I think even just Sly being able to move completely silent, like even if she can hear noises, he's still completely silent. He's not making any noise at all for her to hear. And I think that with the invisibility and Master at first of all hiding from people, I didn't get into that, but his whole thing is not getting noticed, even when he's not invisible. And he just needs essentially one shot to get behind her, hit her, and then she's done for. I think a silent obliteration would kill her, even if you don't. We decided that the lightning cane would probably hurt her. I don't think it would kill her, but I think the silent obliteration should be enough to kill her. Just suck her into that void, whatever. Getting close would be very hard, but Sly is very skilled with his environment. It has a lot of skills to distract her, get near her, whatever. But I think even if there's a small possibility that Sly could pull it off. He's also not the one for a one-to-one fight, so it's not like he's going to stand there while she pulls out a gun and go rush her, right? He's going to try to make his distance and start using tricks.
I would like to throw something out there that could change this whole debate, which is that stories always say that brings up the fact that raccoons can fit within holes only 4 inches wide. So I'd like that to be in consideration for this fight.
I want to make I'll save it for after. I want to make a real fucked up joke, but I'll tell you guys after the fact, just knowing that logic. All right. But yeah, Saul, you go with yours.
What do I say? So River should either be, she should probably be around the same skill level from her many adventures against multiple dangerous species like Weeping Angels, Silence, and all of those. She should be way smarter, being comparable to the Doctor, and actually better at flying the TARDIS than him, which is very funny. You can kind of pick whatever weapon you want from her standard laser pistols, which are strong enough to destroy star-level beings, well, star-level metal at least, to the Eye of Horus being able to seal people in books. Even her own inherent technique of being able to seal people means that she could probably seal Sly Cooper away. She is way faster. It's like light timing at best against immeasurable, which I think the immeasurable for River is very consistent, especially with the Absalon Dark and the Matrix feat in mind. I think that's kind of it. She just kind of has to get in and one tap with her gun or use the Eye of Horus to quite literally fuck up his entire species. Or go back in time and fuck his mom.
So one fun interaction I just thought of. She shoots a laser at him. You know what Sly can do to lasers? He can grind on them like a Sonic the Hedgehog fucking character.
Is it a beam or is it just like a blast?
So in Sly 3, you're going through a vault of all of like the Cooper families, like the secrets and tricks they made, and at the end there's just this room of lasers, and he's like, made by Sly's dad. He's like, Dad, what the fuck do you want me to do here? And the whole trick that he learns is being able to just stand on a laser and grind down it. And it is a normal laser. If you touch it without grinding, you get burnt and it fucking kills you. But if you could just kind of like grind down it. So she shoots a laser at him, he jumps up and grinds towards her. All right, what's she gonna do that?
I'm just imagining like it's like normal gameplay stuff, and then for like 2 seconds, grinds on a laser and Live and Learn starts playing, and then it just cuts.
I guess we should get into the jury votes. Who wants to start?
I suppose I can start. I think that in the first half of this cast, this debate sounded like a very nuanced ability interactions. because I do think it sounds like with some of his distraction methods and some of his equipment, and just by nature of being a platformer, Sly has a lot of options for like working around someone. And when it comes to like being like a stealthy environmental usage fight, it sounds like Sly has a lot of good techniques for doing that. I think River has other advantages that are were stated even in the beginning, but I thought like, okay, there's a little back and forth depending on who you think would win. I would say even with all that in the beginning, I was leaning towards River Song just due to like the intelligence. I think she would be able to like avoid being tricked by Sly and would be able to use the constructs or the telekinesis with the sonic screwdriver to give herself an opening to take Sly out. But I thought like, okay, there's some nuance. There could be win. And then I found out that River has an inarguable, immeasurable speed feat and has weapons that have an outerversal force field, outerversal telekinesis, and an outerversal laser. That's just like, I don't know what you're really supposed to do against the Eye of Horus. So I guess River just kind of inarguably wins by being able to literally her entire arsenal before a synapse in Sly's brain can fire off, and also can one shot him with literally what sounds like over a dozen different ways.
Damn.
I guess River Song by the skin of her teeth gets a win.
Alha, you're up.
So for the beginning of this, I was leaning pretty hard towards Sly. Because like it felt to me like his tools and methods were almost perfect for getting around River, but then after like the first I want to say like 7-8 minutes, every single time a new thing was brought up, you just went, no, here's something River has that tells that thing to fuck off. So I want with all my heart to say Sly. I didn't even mean that.
Hey!
I want with all my heart to say Sly, but I have to go River. It just, I don't know how you get around that. That's such a big speed gap, and the Doctor Who is bullshit. I love Doctor Who, but oh my god.
No, I will admit, I will be the first person you talk to admit it's bullshit.
I just want to point out that I've been saving this piece of information. I want to see if this hits any of the polls. PlayStation All Stars is not canon. Okay, let's get that right. But you know what it is? PlayStation Move Heroes. And you can kill Ratchet in that game, and Sly can take the same attacks. That's star level durability right there.
I didn't want to bring this up because I felt very mean doing so. However,
you know what? No, I'm locking in my vote. It's Sly. He's got this.
Don't make me do it. I'll have to do it. I'll have to bring the boogeyman out.
The raccoon can't die.
And yeah, so yay! What's the poll?
I will end the poll. Where is it?
What is the poll at? I don't see it.
44 to Sly, 56 to River.
Bro, how did I convince people? What?
That is...
vote. Fucking 4 people voted for Sly. Thank you. Oh my god.
This was strangely very close.
Excuse me. What was this?
Because Sly has 1 vote from all heart for some reason. I voted for River because that's the correct answer. And then apparently the chat thinks that it's a very close debate.
What's
So
this?
as far as numbers goes, this was an extremely... What does Wiz say? This fight was extremely close, but...
I just want to say, so when they asked, like, hey, do you want to be a part of this cast? I was like, what's the matchup? They were like, Sly versus River. I'm like, okay, so you want me to debate for the loser. Got it. And then after the fact, Saul was like, "Hey, listen, River doesn't actually scale to like all these
Ah!
crazy things," and I went, "Okay, that's fantastic." So I'm still repping the loser. All right, great. I tried to come in with good arguments. Damn it.
Now there are 3 NT cast here homies for a second, so I would like to ask if we were to theoretically consider this matchup, because could we just say, since I don't think she actually needs it, could we just like not give her the Eye of Horus, since like it seems like everything else means she wins anyway? Could we just say the Eye of Horus is like, we could black box as like she also has this, which would just make it even more of a decisive victory?
Sure. If we did
Probably,
this.
I
yeah.
mean, that would still be including it into the debate. That it's not.
I'm just trying to
I
say,
mean,
like, animation wise, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it sounds like
but
everything
we
else
have-
is dynamically cool, and the Eye of Horus is the only thing that, like,
But if
ruins
we
the
have,
dynamic.
we have the conclusion be the Eye of Horus fire its beam and then Sly fucking grind rails on the Eye of Horus beam. You don't want that as an ending, Sherb?
You
that
know
would be
what?
cinema.
I just
You
want to
know
point
what?
out.
You might be onto something.
I just want to point out, Sly is like opponents are ass, right? He either gets shot in the head by Lupin, gets destroyed. Fucking River Song fucks his mom and then kills him. Fucking Rocket hits him with a Rocket Raccoon hits him with a star level fucking laser beam. And Rouge accidentally runs over him and doesn't even realize. She's like, "Oops, I stepped in, loser." It's like, Sly doesn't win any of his matchups.
I thought he won. I just don't know much about Lupin. I thought he won that one.
No, he gets
No,
fucked. He
no,
gets
Sly
fucked
gets
in the
fucked.
ass. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Damn.
closer than against Rouge or. I guess
It's
River
it's
Song
his,
now.
it's his closest. Let's be fair. It's his
Yeah,
closest.
Right.
It's not
Okay.
close-ish. It's as close as.
I've always been a fan of Sly versus Rouge, not because it's like good, just because I like Sly and Rouge.
I have issues with Sly versus Rouge, but I don't think we need to turn the cast into that.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I think this matchup does have some selling points in it. I do think it's interesting, has an interesting theme to it. I like how both, despite the difference in like scale for some of them, they do have like a similar fighting style to a certain degree, with like using a lot of different tools, using the environment. And I think like the interaction potential with like River Song commenting on like Sly's timeline or something, it is like I think that there's some merit to this fight, and as far as Sly options go, it's probably one of his most compelling ideas in my opinion.
I do wonder how
too.
stuff like the speed stuff and some of the other arguments, like mostly the speed stuff, I wonder how much they would handle under more scrutiny.
For River Song or for Sly?
Yeah, for River. Like, I
Yeah.
wonder if a lot of that immeasurable stuff. Like, I could see the Matrix feat not working. I don't think there's any way you get around the Absalom Dark stuff, unfortunately. Absalom Dark is quite literally just a normal guy who kills Daleks.
Yeah. I think Doctor Who's just one of those worlds where like humans can be immeasurable if they just lock in.
Yeah, to be fair, in the second episode of the reboot, Rose has a relativistic speed feat of dodging sun.
Wait, what?
So
Yeah.
real quick, Stories of Saturn said people from the bad guys would be cool. That Sly's gang versus the bad guys sounds awesome. It's an idea that fucking Zach Watkins fucking sold me on. It sounds so cool. Granted, I don't know too much about the bad guys.
Versus
but...
like the wolf from the bad guys?
The
no,
entire
it's
crew.
crew against crew. Sly's whole gang versus the
Aren't the
bad
bad guys like star level?
What?
I remember reading like a bad guys versus. I remember reading like a wolf versus.
Yeah, they
Carmen
are.
San
Yeah, they
Diego
are, like,
blog,
star
and it was,
level.
Like thieves that you think are grounded but actually are absurd.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well,
He-
then we will use PlayStation Move Hero scaling.
Sly fall, Sly fall, Sly fall.
It's just that meme where it's we are going to beat you to death with Sly. Alright,
Poor guy. Get a fucking break.
if you guys have any suggestions for who Sly should fight, leave it in the comments. We're definitely keeping an eye out for that kind of thing. If you have an idea for River Song too, we love River Song, so if you have any cool ideas for her, toss it in there. I'd like to thank the 5 people watching this instead of the Death Battle cast. That's very nice of you. I know that I know
The
that
Death Battle
usually
cast
the Death
I
Battle
think-
cast
Yeah.
is a bigger drum.
I think one of them might be.
Oh yeah, my old lower third. I forgot I put that there.
Yeah, also, there's a lot of stuff I could bring up here. Like, hey, look at this, guys.
Hey,
It's out now.
Whoa!
It's out right now.
that's
Hey.
not link is in the description. You're lying to people.
Also, what is this about?
Oh yeah, this was.
Oh, I remember that one.
I someone else came in, so I had to leave the cast. So I could only talk through the lower third.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's if yeah.
All right,
That
I
was
think
when
we're
someone
good.
was arguing too much despite not being a debater. So I was like, hey, listen, you're not supposed to be debating right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well,
that's my
thanks everybody for watching.
That's my biggest pet peeve, dude.
This has been a fun cast, guys.
It was good. It was good.
Bye.
Bye.
I
Bye.
need to end at OBS first. Where's my OBS? Keep waving. Keep waving. Hold on, I'll get it. I swear
I'm
to God.
waving.